A very special fundraising raffle is taking place this Mother's Day in support of the Kevin Bell Repatriation Trust, a charity that helps families across Ireland bring loved ones home after sudden or tragic deaths abroad. And I think every single one of us listening can easily say that we know somebody that has been supported by the Kevin Bell Repatriation Trust, a wonderful organisation. The online raffle called Bringing Loved Ones Home features a range of prizes including hotel stays, vouchers and pamper packages, with all proceeds going towards the Trust's vital work supporting bereaved families. One of the organisers behind the fundraiser, Sharon Meaney, is now in studio with me. Sharon, you are very welcome to the programme.
Thanks, Daragh.
Not at all. And Catherine Ryan is also in studio here as well. Catherine, you're helping out a small bit, I understand.
I am indeed. Thanks, Daragh.
Catherine, fair play to you. Sharon, we'll start off with yourself because I understand you're the driving force behind this raffle. Could you tell me what's your connection to Kevin Bell Repatriation Trust, and why did you decide to raise some funds for them?
Well, I don't really have any connection with Kevin Bell Repatriation Trust. I have 3 daughters living abroad. I have 1 son living at home. But like yourself, Daragh, I would know of many families that have been affected, unfortunately, by the loss of a loved one abroad, and the Kevin Bell has worked to bring their person home. We would have lived in Chicago for 3 years before we settled in Ireland, and that was before the Kevin Bell was set up. And at that time, if there was a tragedy abroad, the Irish community just used to rally round one another, and I just used to watch on in awe. I think, Irish people are just so generous. So last Mother's Day was the first Mother's Day that I'd spent without my mum, and it was a very sad day. And so I wanted to do something different this year, and I wanted to do something uplifting, and I wanted to do something to celebrate the strong women in my life and to bring other women together. And I talked to Catherine, a very, very good friend of mine, Valerie Burns and Debbie Lenihan, also very good friends, who got involved and came up with the idea of the online raffle. I'm not the driving force. I'm part of a powerhouse of 4 women. All my daughters are coming home as well to celebrate and support the fundraiser. So it really has been driven by a lot of very strong women, and I'm very thankful to have them.
That's superb. And I suppose just even when you think about the Kevin Bell Repatriation Trust, since 2013 alone, they've repatriated more than 1,600 people to Ireland. And just when you think about that body of work, even if you haven't been in the situation of, I suppose, regrettably having to bring a loved one home from abroad, we all know the effort that goes into having to organise a funeral, and never mind the financial costs, but the stress for families at such a difficult time. To think that there actually is a voluntary service out there that just gives you a helping hand, it's such a worthy cause to support, Sharon.
It is, and it's something, as Catherine had said before we came on air, just knowing that it's there, and we don't ever want to have to use the services of Kevin Bell, but we all know of people that have been affected. More recently, Olivia Toohey, a local young woman from Ennis, she would be the same age as Isha, my second daughter. They would have moved in very much the same circles, same friend groups, and to think that at that time when you are at your darkest hour, that there is somebody out there that doesn't know you or doesn't know your family, but can do something to just alleviate, as you said, some of that financial burden, that emotional burden, and that just even the paperwork of trying to bring a person home. I think it's such a powerful charity. And again, as Catherine was saying, people don't normally fundraise unless they've got some link. We are very, very, very fortunate that we don't have a link directly with the Kevin Bell, but it's something that I just felt resonated with mothers, for those people maybe whose mum isn't around this Mother's Day, or for those that have lost a child, or just for those people that want to come out and be that circle of support around people who have experienced loss. Yeah,
for sure. And it's very worthwhile to say as well that even just as you mentioned there, that some people do unfortunately have that story of loss. Just even I can think of too many examples to actually mention, even where we would have had families come on to Morning Focus and they would have told us about their appreciation for the Kevin Bell Repatriation Trust. So a seriously important organisation here in Clare too. But your raffle fundraiser is doing quite well for them. I understand you're very close to your target.
Absolutely, and I just want to say a big thank you to all of the sponsors. I'm not going to list them all out because there are just too many. Again, the generosity of local people, local business people, and also people that have links with County Clare that are not living in the county have supported the raffle. Catherine, Debbie and Valerie, they are the real powerhouses when it comes to securing the sponsorship and securing the raffle prizes. I'm more of the project manager. We're also having a small event at the house on Mother's Day, so I'm very much focused on that part of the event and the planning process. But really it's Catherine, Debbie and Valerie that have secured all the prizes and have done great work. And many thanks as well to everybody that has been buying raffle tickets. I know the prizes, are very attractive, but it's also more than that. I think people just want to support the charity.
Oh, for sure. And a lot of good events taking place this weekend for Mother's Day. I suppose even just to help people that are grieving in many senses, because even if we look beyond the work of the trust, even one example, and I know Rebecca Walsh came on with us not too long ago to talk about this, but of course the Run for Your Mum event is taking place on Saturday in Daragh Airfield, and Rebecca obviously lost her mother in recent years, which is her reason for organising the event, which is a brilliant thing to do. But that's just even another nice way to bring people together who might have recently experienced that grief. And look, you'll have your bit of crack at the run, you might be able to make your donations here and there, but it's also a nice place to bring people who've suffered grief together.
Yeah, and Rebecca is one of Hannah's best friends, and we've all been working to help Rebecca organise the event, and she's an absolute powerhouse herself. Her mum would be very proud of her. So she has over 300 people signed up for that run on the Saturday. So it really is a weekend. There's linkages everywhere, and I think that's the beauty of living in County Clare, is that we're all linked in some way, some shape or form, and that willingness to hold out your hand. My day job is working as a manager of the Clare Volunteer Centre, so I'm very privileged to work with volunteers and volunteer involving organisations across the county that do that as part of their everyday life, is just holding out their hand and offering to help. And this weekend, we have two very special events in memory of mums, and mums that have, as I said, been bereaved, but also just reminding ourselves that we are much stronger together.
And crucially, how do we donate to your raffle? How do we buy a ticket?
That's a great question, Daragh, because I didn't know the answer. But Catherine will tell you how to buy the tickets for the fundraiser. Catherine,
you're up.
So, Daragh, we have an I Donate page. So it's I Donate Bringing Loved Ones Home. So if people just Google that, they will be brought to the link. And I know you said we've reached our target. We've had to increase it every single week since we've started. So it's at 8,000 at the minute, just hitting about 8,000. So it's absolutely fantastic. People are amazing.
That's brilliant news. Well, we'll make sure to share that I Donate link for you as well, and do all we can to help. I've no doubt you'll smash that target again. And we'll look very much forward to the events taking place this weekend as well. Sharon Meaney and Catherine Ryan, who are both involved in organising a fundraising raffle for the Kevin Bell Repatriation Trust. That takes place this Mother's Day, and once again some fantastic prizes to be won, including hotel stays, vouchers and pamper packages, and all of that for a very, very worthwhile cause.